What up guys, Andres here with Steps for Improvement. Welcome to today's video. I thought I'd take the time to talk about how to get the second date. Say that you met up with a girl and your first date went really smooth, it went really well, and now you want to learn how to take it to the next level, how to meet her again. If you're feeling lost and you don't know what to do, man, just watch this video and you'll feel comfortable enough to get that second date with that girl. Alright man, so tip number one is to wait at least a little bit before you get back to her. And this is so important. Now this signals that you are not needy, that you have your own thing going for you in life. You know, outside of the date, after the date, you have shit to do. Now if you really want to text her after the first date on the same day, I recommend you wait at least 1 or 2 hours, because it gives both of you a chance to refresh your mind, to really think about, how it was. If you really enjoyed it, you don't have to jump the gun here. Now, what you could write in the situation, like for example in my life, I met this girl other week in Bangkok, and she was waiting on a bus that was gonna take her home to her place, and she was hopping on this like really fancy bus with AC, but she got this old Thai bus which probably didn't have any AC, and it was like a 30-minute ride. You could write something like, hey, the girl's name, did you make it all right back on that old ass bus? Or something like, hey, was there actually AC on that bus? Something funny. You don't have to take yourself too seriously. Something that sparks up the conversation again. Now my tip for you is to wait a little bit, because you want to show that you have your own thing going, that you're not needy, man. Alright guys, we're taking a walk over to the beach. Anyway guys, the next tip is to follow the week by week routine, where you try to meet her once per week. Now the reason for this is that a week gives you enough time to refresh your memory, to do some shit on yours by yourself, possibly meet other people at the same time. If you're not meeting that person on a consistent, long-term basis. And yeah, it's just a really good way to keep meeting the person. Alright guys, we've arrived to the beach. Way more waver here than in Phuket for sure. Which, to be honest, man, I miss a little bit, because I like to do snorkeling, checking out the coral reefs, all the fishes and all that stuff. But anyways, a week is a good time to get enough time between yourselves, and then to meet up again, to have enough, mystery about you, to not, reveal everything about yourself. Because let's face it, if you meet a person every single fucking day, it's gonna get pretty boring, and you're not gonna want to meet for a while. A week is a perfect amount of time to want to meet each other again, to keep that interest up. Alright, so apparently I don't learn from my mistakes, because I realized that it's too windy to film at the beach. You can barely hear anything. At least luckily in this video, you can hear more than you did in the last video. But the intro I did in the last video at the beach, and that was an awful intro. You could hear nothing. So let's try to cross the street. It's actually a pretty calm street compared to the other Thai cities I've been to. But we're arriving here at the Chaweng Lake. I'm gonna sit here and film this video here. But yeah, my advice is to keep meeting the person on a week-to-week basis. I think this is perfect. You could do it every 5 days, but that's again also a bit too short time in between each other. You really want that space as well to kind of get to reflect on each other, and yeah, just keep that interest up. Now the final tip, the third tip, is to state your intentions, and this is so fucking important. And this is honestly something you should do before the first date, on the first date, or if you haven't done it, then the second date, that's the time to actually do it. Because you don't want to be putting yourself in the friend zone, and you want her to understand your intentions and to understand her intentions as well. If you haven't stated your intentions by already the second date, after the second date, if she doesn't understand your intentions, then it's game over. You're not gonna meet her, and if you're gonna meet her, you're gonna put yourself in the friend zone already, my friend. So what are things you could do to state your intentions, to make it as clear as possible what it is you want, and what it is understand what she wants? Well, let's say before you meet her, you could bluntly just tell her, I think you're cute and I wanted to say hi. She understands the intentions. It's very clear from the beginning, and I think it's a really good way to start it off. And then on the first date, you could do simple things like touch her on the shoulder, on the hips, try to lead her. If you're trying to cross the street, you take your hand and then you just lead her across the street, for example. Those are some of the simplest things you can do, and some of the most important things you should do. And without stating your intentions, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Now anyway guys, I'm gonna be wrapping up this video right here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, because I upload new videos every single Friday. And make sure to follow me on Instagram as well. And with that all out of the way, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.